Welcome, everyone, to episode number 2 of Kicks at the Castle. It's a podcast by 3 sneakerheads dedicated to that Disney lifestyle. As Walt would say, to all who listen to this happy podcast, welcome. My name is John. I'll be your host, and I'm joined by the rest of the Kicks at the Castle team. First, we got Matt.
What's going on, guys?
And we got Irv.
Yo, what's good?
We got a great show planned for you this week. We've got our Fit of the Week feature. Then we'll get into Winnie the Pooh in World versus Land. Then we'll go on to property with our recent trips. And we'll discuss the recent opening of Disneyland and dip into the DMs. But first, let's jump into pickups. Matt, you want to start us off with the pickups?
Sure, let's do it. Wait, let me go get them, actually.
I'm going to make some of this a visual presentation as well.
Yeah. While we're waiting on Matt, I'll say that I don't have any pickups because I am shoe fasting until June 1st, man. I went kind of crazy last month. I can't lie. I'm not going to say the amount I spend, but it was a lot. So I told her I was going to chill out until June, which I consider as Father's Month.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I don't do Father's Day. I do the whole month. So,
well, I was expecting to hear you tell me about how you got those LeBron Air Maxes.
See, that's the key, right? Because if I hold off and I didn't buy shoes any this month, it don't matter what dollar amount I drop on. Because I'm like, bro, I waited. Yeah, I missed all these releases.
There you go. See, I was dying to know that all week. I purposely didn't ask you if you got them because I was like, I thought for sure you seem bummed that you missed the drop.
Yeah, and I mean, and I kind of am, but kind of one of the things that Matt said too is I kind of want to wait and see how the price fluctuate because it might come down some more. So I don't want to jump too into it and, burn an extra $75 if I can wait it out.
Yeah, so, I looked last night just to see what they were, and they were about 100 over retail on StockX, at least in my size.
Yeah, I don't see them going
crazy. Down. Yeah, see, June 1st, man, I'm probably gonna order like 3 pair of shoes, to be honest.
There you go. That's not too long either.
Oh no, I got stuff sitting in my cart now on ready.
So first up, these just came in today. Jordan 13 red Flint.
Those are nice.
Grays.
Nice.
I'm not really a 13s guy, but I mean, these are really clean.
I think it's super clean. They're super clean, but I am not a 13 guy. But man, that is a nice colorway.
Me either, man. It's the toe. I don't like the toe on the 13. If I could be honest, I don't like the way the toe is.
I'm a really big fan of tumbled leather, and this right here, if you guys can see it, it is hella tumbled. Like I'm honestly, I don't think I'll be able to rock this, but I mean, yeah, these are definitely going for resale. I just put them up on eBay today. Honestly, yeah, I'm just trying to build up those flex points at Foot Locker because there's no other way to win those raffles unless,
that's what you got to do.
And second up, the box says it all.
Oh man,
yes,
you just hurt me.
I did have 2 pairs, but I sold my size 13 that I had.
Yeah, I know. I noticed you went for a 13 instead of a 12 for me, man. Oh god, that is nice.
Such like in person, in my hand right now. Like if these were my size, I'm an 8.5 or 8.5 and 4s, but these are 9. These would be like slightly too big. I mean, maybe if I added an extra sole, but I don't know. These are a really clean shoe though. Like the quality on these is insane.
I wanted those bad.
Like I wasn't really feeling them when I saw like pictures, but then like as soon as I opened the box and as soon as I got these in hand, I was like, whoa. And they smell good too.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it as far as pickups for me. What do you guys get?
So I teased in the last podcast that I had an eBay purchase coming. There it is, and I'm telling you what, I'm so glad I got these. I was not real excited. By the way, I know this is a podcast, so this is a Jordan 3 Georgetown colorway, or the Yankees colorway, whatever you want to go. this was my first purchase off of eBay. And so they give you the tracking number when it ships, and then through your purchase history, you can actually track it all the way through the authenticator. And then when they ship from the authenticator, it updates that tracking number. So you can, so even though you don't really get an email showing the progress, but if you go into your account, you can track the progress of the shoe through the purchase. The thing I did not like is the guy I bought it from didn't ship them for 5 days. And so it took forever to get here. And I want to say
like StockX too. Like some sellers will take forever to ship too.
Yeah. So like this one, I think they originated in Michigan or something, and they shipped them to like New Jersey, and then they shipped to me. So it took a while. I'm super stoked with these shoes. They're freaking awesome. I'm just kicking myself that I didn't try for them when they first dropped. I just kind of felt like I don't wear a lot of blue shoes, and I got the Varsity Royals last year, and I think I'm going to sell the Varsity Royals because I don't need 2 pairs. And I think that this shoe you can wear is easier to wear. It'll go with a lot of other ones because the Varsity Royal is like a bright blue, like almost a purplish blue almost.
Funny story about the Georgetown 3s. When I sold them on eBay, the guy, I guess this was during the time when they were like super backed up at SneakerCon or whatever they authenticate them.
Right.
And the guy was like freaking out, and this was like his first time doing the authentication process, and it was like almost like 2 weeks, and it was at the authentication place, and like he messaged me. He's like, "Hey man, I don't understand why they're in New York. It says they're delivered in New York, but I live in Alabama. What's going on?" And I'm like, I had to like send him. I was like, "Oh yeah, they're going through authentication process. This is a new thing with eBay, blah blah blah." And then like 2 days later, he got them, and he was like so happy.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I definitely would do it again. I like the fact that they authenticate even on used shoes that are over 200. It's kind of a nice feature. So I also got the Red Flint 13s, and I had the same feeling as you. I'm like, I'm still on the fence with them, but so that was earlier in the week, and then because it's been a while since we recorded, but man, I took a ton of L's. It was like, but that day the Yeezy slides came out. I tried for all 3 pairs of those, didn't get any of those. I missed on the University 4s and the Alma Maniere 3s. Did you try for the Alma Maniere 3s?
Yep. Actually, no, I did not. It was because that was that was the same day as the 13s, right?
It was a Wednesday or Thursday.
Something else dropped.
I think it was the same day as the 4s, actually.
Yes. So yeah, I remember I copped the 4s that morning. I copped the 2 pairs, and then I had to go pick up my nephew, so I didn't have time to do the drop for the, I don't even know how to say it, I mean, whatever 3s.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm not sure if I'm saying it right either, Alma Maniere, but I will say that drop was awesome. I mean, I did not come away with a W, but I know plenty of people who did. They had a question in there that you had to answer, so there were at least you knew that you were getting beat by people, not by bots. So it was kind of it was a really nice drop. Like I said, I still came out empty-handed, but it was worth it.
Sean got him.
Oh, he did?
The other, yeah. He's the
that's
only
awesome.
person out of KicksattheCastle that got him. Yeah, he copped him manually too, which was, and he got him like the other day. They're pretty clean. He said like,
dude, that's a nice looking shoe.
Yeah, like he said, like the quality on them, like every single like material on it is like super premium.
Well, I can tell you today I was going through my closet and I picked out 3 pairs that I'm going to put up on eBay and use that money to buy a pair. I'm hoping they come down a little bit more.
Oh wait, wasn't last week the Dunk Reserve too?
Yeah. You
like
gave me the heads up on that
in one day.
Yeah. I didn't score any of that.
That's right. So the Dunk Reserve came out the day before, I think the 4s, or like a few days before the 4s, and Yeah, I remember taking basically, oh yeah, like 20 L's. And then when I caught the fours, I was like,
in a
okay,
row.
this makes up. Yep. This makes up for all the L's I took on the dunks the other day.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, so I also got another pickup, a Disney pickup, and I just saw the mailman outside. So unfortunately, I won't have it here to hold up. But I got a vintage Epcot tee. I'm starting to collect some stuff from my trip, and I got the I think it's from like '82. It's the flagship. It's got the circle of flags, and it's got Mickey in the center of the circle. So looking forward to that. And then there's a drop tomorrow for the Jordan 11 Legend Blues. And I won those on Finish Line. It was Monday or Tuesday, that raffle revealed. And a guy I know from Arizona, the OG sneaker nerd, we were talking and I told him I'd go in for him. So I ended up hitting 11 and a half for him. So I'm gonna pick those up tomorrow and send them off. And then yesterday I got a text from a buddy of mine, lives right by me. He's like, he sends me a picture of the shoe. And he's like, can you help me get these? And I go, sure. I hadn't entered the Foot Locker raffle. So I entered the raffle yesterday. And then today the reveal came out and I hit those. So I gotta hit 2 different shoe stores tomorrow to pick up 2 pairs of 11s to mail out. Well, actually one I get to hand deliver, but the other one I'm gonna be mailing to Arizona. So it started out, I tell you, it started out like a rough week, but it's really turned. So I'm hoping, like you said, the flex points and things I'm getting from Foot Locker are gonna help me with the future drops.
May has some good stuff coming out. I'm looking at my calendar right now. We got the Shadow 2.0s.
That's the ones
and a whole
that's the
bunch
ones
of
I want the
dunks.
most.
I think the Bape,
Bape
the Bape
Superstars.
and Adidas Club. Yeah, they come out tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, right? Yeah.
I entered a couple raffles for those.
I think the Legend Blues, I think they're going to be pretty easy to get because usually when Nike sends an email, that usually means it's going to be like a pretty big GR.
I was thinking the
I got
same
early
thing.
access on them. I was able
Oh, you
to
got
get a
early
size.
access? I was thinking they must be
Yeah.
easy. That's why
I've been getting like some pretty decent early access this year, which is I've never gotten early access until this year. Like I think it was in February where I got the Street Hawkers, the SB Street Hawkers. And that, like, after that, I was just like, whoa, like my year's gonna start off like this is gonna be crazy. But I haven't gotten anything like crazy.
Yeah, I got early access to the Cool Gray 3s. Which was fine with me because that was a must cop for me. So I was glad to get them early.
Nice.
All right. So anyway, do we want to go into the fit of the week?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So this is a weekly feature where we ask you, the listeners, to tag us in your Disney fit picks. And this week it was Adrian OG 96. We had a nice picture in Batu, of all places. On I believe that was his May the 4th picture, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. He had the Yeezy 700 analogs. That fire vintage tee, man, that thing was pretty nice. It was episode 1. So he's a good friend, man. I chatted with him. He sent me some links to Depop yesterday, and I bought a shirt off of it. So it's his fault that I got another cop coming.
Oh, his Depop?
Yeah, well, some of the things he had liked. So he sent me some links to some things he thought I would like because we were chatting a little bit, and I ended up buying one of the shirts.
I'll take that. It's mine now.
So anyway, the fit of the week, that's a weekly feature we're going to do. So if you guys are out in the parks or just have a Disney fit going, tag us, use the hashtag KicksattheCastle, and get featured. So all right, so now land versus world. Each week we pick a landmark or an aspect from Magic Kingdom or Walt Disney World or the Disneyland Resort, and we decide which part has it better off. So I was thinking that, it's always easy to go, oh, well, we could compare the Space Mountains or this or that. So this time I was thinking, why don't we do something that's a takeaway? So in 1999, Magic Kingdom got the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, but it was at the expense of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. And then, was it 3 years later? We got it at Disneyland, and we lost the Country Bears. So I know that both of you guys have been to both places, so you've gotten to ride the other ride. You guys have seen Mr. Toad's, or I don't know if you remember it from before. Then you certainly have been seen Country Bears. So, what do you think is the bigger detractor? What was the biggest loss? Was it Land losing the Bears, or you guys losing Mr. Toad? Irv, take it off, man.
All right, so I am totally prepared for this topic because
You're totally prepared, but you're dying. Your internet's dying, Irv.
Mr. Toad's Wild. I love the movie, and I have a. Oh man, can you hear me?
I got you now.
Am I good?
I can hear you now.
Yes. Is it? Okay, cool. All right. I hate Country Bears with a passion. I dislike the Country Bears. I don't like the show. I don't like the songs on the show. I watched the movie. I don't like the movie. I do not like the Country Bears. I wish I would trade it right now for Mr. Toad if they let me. If I was in charge of that decision, I would switch back right now.
Okay. But now you got kids, so you got to be glad that you got the Winnie the Pooh ride there, right?
Yes, and they love Winnie the Pooh, and like I said, my kids, I guess I just call them weird, man, because they like scary stuff no matter what. So the first time we watched like Ichabod and Mr. Crane, I thought they weren't gonna like it. They loved it, and so Mr. Toad was right at the end of that. So they like that. So man, we probably watched that movie on average, like man, a couple times a month, just randomly.
Okay.
So we are big fans of that in general. So yeah, I would definitely in a heartbeat switch them out. If it was up to me, I would much rather have Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
There you go. All right. Matt, how do you feel about it?
I mean, to be honest, I don't really go on either of them. So, I mean, yes, I guess Disney World kind of took the beating because obviously we lost Mr. Toad.
Well, your Mr. Toad was 2 tracks, right?
Honestly, I don't even remember.
Okay.
I do remember going on it, but I don't even know.
All right.
It was too long ago for me to remember. But yeah, I mean, I definitely do miss Mr. Toad. I do like Mr. Toad in Disneyland too. So I do like the Easter eggs in Disneyland on Winnie the Pooh with like all the stuff. Yeah, with the heads. I do like that. But I mean, those are like rides or attractions I don't really go on anyways. So
right. Irv, are you aware of that?
It's like a whatever for me.
So at Disneyland, when they took out the Country Bears, they built that in there, but they put the mounted heads that are on the wall in the show. They put them in the last, after you exit the last room, they've got the heads mounted on the wall, kind of behind you. You have to look up and around to see them, but the heads are still.
Oh no, I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So my take on it is, I like Mr. Toad's. I ride it quite frequently. It usually does not have a very long line. It's just a fun little quick ride. If you want to just throw something into your day, but we're starved of shows in Disneyland. So we've got the Frozen show at DCA, and then we've got the Magical Map. We don't have any other shows. There's not like a lot of things. I mean, so I think that we lost a show, which, we have a lot of rides, and, it's a kiddie ride, and as far as the location, it's in Bear Country, which is down by Splash Mountain. So, the theming for Winnie the Pooh works there better than in Fantasyland. So, I mean, I think it's appropriate, but I think having the Country Bears, they would give us another show option, which we really don't have. So, I mean, I'm a fan of both. And like I said, if I had a choice, I would definitely take Winnie the Pooh out and put the Country Bears back in Disneyland. That way we'd have both. But no, like I said, I just feel like we need more shows. You guys have so many shows in Disney World, and like I said, that's something that I think is very, very lacking here. So anyway, if any of the listeners have any opinions, hit us up. Let us know what you think about that. Like I said, not super controversial. Like I said, we'll think of some more topics and keep it moving. But let's get to trips on property. Irv, I saw on your story you made a few trips.
Yeah, we made a few trips. We went to Legoland. That don't really count. We went to Magic Kingdom. And it was a pretty chill day. It's like how I like to do Magic Kingdom days. We walked around. It wasn't too hot, but just like, kind of being locals out there, not just in a rush to do anything, just kind of enjoying the atmosphere. We caught a few cavalcades, and it was just like, one of my kind of perfect kind of days. It wasn't too hot, just, real smooth.
Did you get on the People Mover?
No, you would think I would do that, right? Like you would think I would get on the People Mover. We still haven't ridden it. And now that I'm up here, man, it'll probably be a couple of weeks before we ride it. So you would think that I would have rode the People Mover. Priorities out of whack.
Yeah. What rides did you hit?
I think only thing I rode was Space Mountain. I think that was it.
Well, I guess if you got to pick one, that's not bad.
Yeah, Carter, my oldest son, he talked me into it, so we got on Space Mountain.
So now snacks. You guys aren't as big on churros there as we are here. It seems like churros are the big go-to in California. What's the big go-to snack, or at least for your kids?
They like the popcorn.
Okay.
They're popcorn addicts. Me personally, I like dough whips. Any kind of dough whip, any kind of incarnation of the rum in it, it doesn't matter. You give me a dough whip, I'm cool. But our churros are trash compared to y'all. Y'all churros are good. Our churros taste like cardboard.
Nice. Yeah, don't
you guys got like the different flavored ones. We just got the plain Jane.
So yeah. How about you, Matt? You making on property this week?
I did. Not like, it was honestly just like quick trips. We didn't even go on. Actually, no, we did go on Spaceship Earth, but it was mostly just for dinner. We went to Epcot.
What spots you did?
We went to France. We got like a donut. I forgot what they're called. Actually, no, it wasn't a donut. It was a beignet with like, it was kind of like a creme brulee, but in a donut form. So like with like all like the melted sugar on top, but like on a donut, which was really good. Damn, what else did we get? Oh, I got like the corned beef hash, which was okay. We got Pavilion, like in between UK and France or Canada. Dang, what did we get? Dang, it was so long ago, I forgot. But it was good though. Strawberry rhubarb pie. We got that strawberry rhubarb pie. That was good. And then, dang, I got something savory too. Laura got like the crab. It was like a crab dip. That one was pretty good. It's actually kind of spicy. I don't really like spicy foods, but that one was really spicy. But that was pretty much it. I mean, now like my park trips are like really quick. It's usually just like one ride and then get something to eat and then leave, because the Florida heat is insane.
It's hot.
It's been like 90 degrees like this whole week. But I did go to Springs the other day too, last week. Just got some pizza.
Well, you
I can't remember the name right now. Yeah.
Did you go to Blaze?
No, it wasn't Blaze. It's the other one. The one that's right next to.
That served the slices.
Yeah. Pizza Ponte. Wow.
Boom.
Pizza
That's
Ponte.
it. Bro.
Yeah, it's the best. Sorry, my mind is like going blank right now. But yeah, Pizza
That's
Ponte.
a good spot.
It is a good spot.
Oh no.
Nice. Well, I didn't make it on property. I got actually, you know what, Matt? So did you what shoes did you wear? Did you bring the heat?
What did I? No, I mean, usually I just wear my beaters now. It's like the Supreme Air Forces.
Okay. That's a good pair of beaters.
Yeah. Honestly, like, everywhere I go, I just put on the Supreme Air Forces.
So they're at the door, huh?
Wrong, pretty much. Nah, they're right there in my
That's still easy access.
wall. Yeah.
So I didn't make it in. I didn't make it out. My trip's coming up, and actually I had to slate it in for later in the show, but I think it fits in better here. Tomorrow is my 60 days out from my trip. So I get up at what, 4 a.m. to make my dining reservations. And so I can tell you what I've got planned. I'm going to try to get Skipper Canteen. I'm going to try to get Tapanito at Epcot, the Sci-Fi Dine-In, Be Our Guest, and then I wanted to get like Kona Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got any recommendations?
Those are all good. You got some grade A choices on there.
I would say Topolino's Terrace at Riviera. That's a new restaurant. That one is probably my favorite right now. I'm not sure if any of the new or the ones that are opening are going to be open by the time you're here. Any of those, like Cape May Cafe or Tusker House, or like any of the character dining.
Right.
Good too. I mean, like, is there like a specific cuisine?
I'm trying to do a little bit of mix everything. Like, so I haven't been to many of the resorts to eat. So I noticed that like Animal Kingdom closes at 6 p.m. So I was thinking those would be, I'm going to be in Animal Kingdom 2 days. So I was thinking those would be good days to go get dinner at one of the hotels. So I'm assuming I could just go out and catch a bus straight from Animal Kingdom to go to any resort I want. So I thought that maybe I would try to do Kona, or the other thing I was thinking about doing is going to Springs and like trying to eat at Edison, because I've never been there.
That's nice. They have a good Impossible
good
Burger there. Yeah.
And the bacon that's on like a clothing line or a line, that was really good.
Okay.
I will say that Kona has good breakfasts. If I had to choose between breakfast or dinner, I would go to breakfast at Kona.
Okay, so that was the one thing I was noticed. So like Epcot opens at 11. So on an Epcot day, maybe try to hit breakfast at Kona and then go to Epcot.
Yeah, I would do something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that was the thing that's tripping me out, is I'm looking at the park hours and it's crazy. Like none of the parks have the same type hours. It's like every one of them's got a different set.
Yeah.
It's a scramble.
Well, I honestly,
like Epcot's like the latest again.
Yeah, well, as nerdy as it sounds, I got a spreadsheet and I got it all laid out. So I got to overplan it. And what's crazy, so like I was looking at it last night, and I was just checking for my last day what time my flight was leaving, just to see if I wanted to schedule lunch or something. And I booked into January on Southwest, and so my flight out was still at the same time leaving. I was going to leave at 11 o'clock my time, and I was supposed to get there at 8. And Southwest changed my flight. I wasn't going to land in Orlando until after midnight. It was like 12:20. And I was thinking, man, how the hell am I going to get to Magic Kingdom in the morning? If I land at 12:20, I'm not going to be in bed till 2 a.m. best. So I called them up and they're like, yeah, I guess they dumped a bunch of flights last Monday. And I never got an email on it, but I'm glad I looked. So they let me reschedule. They said when they do that, you can reschedule once for free. And so I'm now leaving at like 7 in the morning and I'm gonna get there at 5. So that's kind of nice. So I might try to plan it. I don't know if I want to make a reservation for dinner, but at least my plan is when I land, I'm going to go to Springs and plan on having dinner. So kind of added a little bit because get in at 8. I figured that was going to be, 10 or 11 o'clock,
Oh, Boathouse is really good too. We got to mention that at Springs. Yeah. If you like seafood.
And
I agree.
What about at Animal Kingdom? Like Yak and Yeti, is that good? I've never been there.
Yak and Yeti is pretty good. Flame Tree Barbecue is probably one of the best.
That's probably my favorite.
Okay, Flame Tree Barbecue.
Yeah.
The ribs.
Is that quick service?
That's honestly all I get there. It's quick service.
Okay.
You got a mobile order now.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But still. So.
Yeah, and they have a real big seating area too for Flame Tree Barbecue. It's like a big area to sit at. You can go down, so it's nice.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, I'll let you guys know how it goes tomorrow. And so, Matt, those update at 7 a.m. your time, right? That's when you can start?
Yep.
Okay. So 4 a.m. Yay. I'll be on it.
Got to get those notifications ready, just like Seekers at.
I know. That's funny. All right, man. So anyway, well, let's get into the DMs, man. I tell you what, we got a lot of love from the first episode, and I appreciate everybody's support. I know some of it's a little rough, but I think we're going to get better as we move along, get a little more repetition. So I did get a couple questions, so I thought we'd cycle through a couple of those. And this is from Troy, also known as Zippity Doodah on Instagram. And he wants to know what our favorite park shoe is for comfort while still flexing a little bit. So Matt, want to kick that off? Mr. Air Force Supreme.
I mean, that's just a beat. I wouldn't say that's comfort. Now I would say probably a Jordan 4. My Bread 4s. I can't say my Union 4s yet because I haven't worn them yet. But I would say, yeah, like ask me this question like a year ago, I would say Yeezy 350. But yeah, now it's like, yeah, Jordan 4. I mean, they're pretty comfy in my opinion.
All right. Irv, how about you, man?
Well, I am an Air Max guy, and I'll probably say, well, if we're gonna talk about flexing, included with the comfort, probably my off-white 90s.
That's a flex.
I would say, yeah, for like a shoe that I don't have, I would say, yeah, like any off-white Air Max or Sean Witherspoon Air Max.
Yeah. But man, I don't know if because maybe I paid so much money for that shoe. I wore it like one time and like I don't wear it at all. It just sits there. So I can't even speak on the comfort. I'm like, they're put away.
Did you wear it to the parks?
I wore them the first day they opened. When the parks opened after
okay.
Corona, I wore them. And that's the only day I ever wore them. I haven't worn them since then. And
I say a Yeezy, the 700 Wave Runners are pretty good, comfortable.
That's a popular
shoe
shoe out here. I see a lot of Wave Runners at Disneyland. That's and 350s, like you said. That seems pretty popular. For me, I'm a Jordan 3 guy, and I think they're super comfortable. So I would say any of my Jordan 3s, whether it's the black cements or the fragments, I like those shoes a lot. I will definitely take a pair to Disney World with me. I wore the ones. I wouldn't say that if I'm going to go be in a park for 12 hours, I don't know if I necessarily want to have a pair of ones on. I'll do it, but I can wear the 3s all day. To me, it's a really comfortable shoe. So anyway, there you go. Anybody got anything else? Listeners, let us know. Hit us up. Let us know what shoe you like to wear. Next question comes from James, aka James Bill Will 2. And he wants to know our Disney apparel preferences. He's a zero carbon footprint kind of guy, and he wants to know if we're into vintage or support small shops, or if we're into the park merch. What do you guys like with your apparel? Matt, you want to kick it off?
Sure. So I just got into vintage maybe like 2 years ago, maybe. Honestly, like vintage is like definitely the new wave right now. I feel like it's definitely a lot better for like the environment. It's all about vintage tees, mostly Disney. When it comes to Supreme, as far as like clothing wise, is like box logos, I guess. Maybe like their accessories or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much as far as like clothing wise is like all like vintage.
Well, I'm just saying, it's for the Disney stuff. So you don't really ever hit any of the park merch.
No, not really. It's not really my thing.
Right.
The park merch.
Small shops.
I guess too. Yeah. I mean, shout out to Chad, 100 Acre Hood. I mean, shout out to Lost Bros too. Honestly, like I'm like comfy boy gang. Like nice. Yeah, like sweats or shorts, sweat shorts, anything that's comfy.
Right.
I mean, I'm mostly home now, so
there you go. Well, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Irv, how about you, man? What do you like to rock for Disney apparel?
I'm pretty much with Matt, man. I'm an athleisure guy. But when it comes to buying, I think I got like 2 vintage tees. I got a real nice Star Wars vintage tee that I should have wore to Hollywood Studios, but I didn't do that. And I got another like Disney World tee. But on an average day, man, I probably just have on a Nike t-shirt more than likely.
Okay. So you don't dress Disney when you're at Disney necessarily?
I got a few shirts and if my wife, if she starts pushing it, I'm gonna do what she says do because I want to be happy at home. But outside of that,
Oh wait. Do you have the matching Disney shirts where
no. I mean, it's more of I won't say matching as much as a vibe. If everybody has on Disney
Okay.
merch and I come out with like, a Nike shirt on or like one of my homeboy tees, he gonna be like, hey, we all in the Disney mood today. You just like you about to go to the gym.
Nice.
I don't think I've ever done like the matching shirts deal.
Well, I haven't either, but just because my wife hasn't insisted on it, because if she did, I'd probably have to.
It ain't worth the fight. I tell you that. If she asked me, I'd be like, all right, that's cool.
I mean, I guess like I match with like with my girlfriend sometimes when we go to the parks, but like the whole family type deal where everyone's wearing like the same shirt,
right?
Or like the ones that say like best day ever or whatever. I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah. So for me, I was the guy that would not wear anything Disney period for a while. And then I stumbled into the small shop stuff. And, again, shout to Chad, 100 Acre Hood, because I think in 2019, I probably bought every shirt that he produced. Last year, I kind of started backing off a little bit. I mean, he didn't release nearly as much last year, and he hasn't put out a bunch this year. Started getting into vintage. Actually, that's kind of the last 4 Disney shirts I've gotten, 4 or 5, they've all been vintage. I picked up a grad night tee from the year I graduated, which was 1987. So that was my first, I had to get that. And that just kind of led to more. The problem I have with vintage is it's really hard to find a 2X, and the vintage stuff was a little small. And I'm like, if there's an XL that's new, I can probably wear it. But if somebody shrunk it, I'm gonna be in trouble because I'm a bigger dude. I probably go 235 right now. And so I'm at the outer limit of a 1980s large, extra large, I mean. So I'm gonna have to cut a few more pounds if I want to expand my vintage tastes. I will say, I like the Mattis Hatter Co. I've got a hockey jersey from them. I've got a baseball jersey from them. I actually did a Country Bears one, and I've gotten my wife and daughter jerseys from Mattis Hatter. They make some cool stuff. But I'm not a big park merch guy. Every now and then I'll see a design I like, and I won't get it, and I'll walk around the park, and in an hour I'll see it on 5 or 6 different people, and I just, I'm like, I don't need to do that. I like wearing something where, I'm the only one having it. Or, the other cool thing is if you're walking around the park and you see somebody with another small shop shirt that you recognize, that's kind of a cool connection. Just, it's almost like the sneaker connection. So anyway, guys, we appreciate the questions. If anybody else has any questions, just shoot them over to us at Kicks at the Castle, or you can hit us up individually. So now let's just get it. We got another discussion. Obviously the big news, I don't know about you guys, but my feed's been bombarded for the last week with the reopening of Disneyland out here. It's been good to see. And I think it's pretty well done. Everybody I've talked to that's been there just says it's the 25% capacity. So it's just kind of crazy. So it's like you'll turn a corner and there's like nobody. You like look, where a sidewalk that was normally wall to wall people, there's like 3 people on it. I'm a week away from going, so I can't wait for that. But it just seems like we're starting to turn the corner. I don't know if you guys had seen anything, or you guys. I guess it's a different vibe for us because you guys have been open since when? September or before that?
July.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have been open for so long. You must think that everybody out here is nuts for making a big deal about it, right?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you guys have been closed for almost a year and a half. Like, I could definitely see the people that went. Like, it was very emotional. It was a very emotional day for him. Like, I could definitely see the happiness in everyone that was there.
Chloe, we're going to Disneyland.
Yeah, and I saw that today they had a 10-minute wait for Splash Mountain, and you can't beat that.
Well, I can tell you what, man, I'm going to be there next weekend, and I cannot wait. Actually, when this is aired, I'll be there. This is going to air on Monday. We're on Thursday, May 6th. So the following weekend, I'll be I'll be out there. So I'm looking forward to seeing what those short waits are like. I did the park hopper option, so I'm starting Disneyland both days. So that's the other thing is like I've only been on Rise of the Resistance once, so I'm hoping to be able to hit that each day. That was one of those things where if you weren't there early, you weren't getting a boarding group. I think I got a boarding group a couple times that was like I was already halfway home when I got called to board. Like I couldn't wait that long for it, you know.
I haven't seen I've seen more people at Disneyland. I don't think I've seen anyone at DCA yet. Like it was mostly everyone was at Disneyland.
And I think that's because so DCA has been kind of open. You know what I mean? So like they opened Buena Vista Street as as an extension to downtown Disney. So I've probably been in DCA 5 or 6 times, you know, over the last few months. And then the Taste of Disney event, Touch of Disney event was in DCA. So we had full reign of the park. We didn't get to ride any of the rides, but honestly, Mater's Junkyard Jamboree is one of my low-key favorite rides. So I'm definitely going to get in there and hit that. I'm also a big Guardians guy. I love going on that. I've seen a few people trying to get the Jackson 5 song, and they were not successful. So and actually I saw somebody ride it 4 times in a row just trying to get the song, and they never got it. But the fact that they were able to ride it 4 times in a row in such a short time frame was a really good indication to me what the lines are like. I noticed, so they announced today that the Paradise Pier is going to open, and they're also going to open some more restaurants at the Grand California. And you guys got some more stuff coming out, right?
Mm-hmm. What was it we were talking about, Matt? I know we mentioned Tusker House, and then
I say Irv's a little
cool.
Irv's a little bit behind it. I think his feed. Your mother-in-law's got you in the basement, dude. She needs to turn the Wi-Fi on.
I'm telling you, man. He got me down.
Yeah, turn off your video. Does that help? We lose Irv?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I can hear y'all. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah, leave your video off because I can hear you a lot better.
Cool.
Probably should have done that 20 minutes ago.
So on the Disney Parks blog post, it says you'll soon be able to enjoy Cape May Cafe, Tusker House Restaurant, and dinner time at Chef Mickey's as more exciting Disney dining options return to Walt Disney World Resort. Oh, it's this month.
So that's actually character dining?
So it is coming this month.
At Tusker House it is, right?
Oh, wait, yeah. No, all of them are.
Those are characters. So you guys are opening your character dining. That's crazy.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to interact with everyone, but I'm just excited for Cape May. I love Cape May.
Okay. What is Cape May? I'm not familiar.
So that is for breakfast is the mini character dining, but for dinner is like all you can eat seafood. And I'm a huge seafood person. That's like the only place on Disney property we can get all you can eat crab legs.
What resort is that?
I think it's Beach Club.
Is it?
Yeah, Beach Club.
Yeah, I think it's Beach Club.
Okay. So I need to try to get there for dinner too, because I like seafood.
Yeah.
I'll definitely check that out.
All you can eat. Actually, I don't know if they're going to be doing all you can eat. It said they were open. It didn't say.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, I bet it's not going to be a buffet.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a la carte. Because I think they opened. I don't even know what that restaurant's called. The character dining in Studios. I think when that opened, because that's usually all you can eat. But when that opened, it was a la carte. So it's probably going to be the same.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. The one at
Hollywood and Vine.
Hollywood and Vine, yeah. I think they just kind of like walk by and they just wave too. They're not really like stopping at each table.
Right. Okay. Well, that's cool. Like I said, it seems like things are getting back to normal. I mean, I'm pretty excited. Like I said, we'll actually record one more time before my trip, but I can't wait to get back and give a little personal feedback. I know that, like I said, everybody that's been they said it was great to be back, and very appreciative of the cast members and happy that they're back to work, man. Cause I'm sure it's been a long 1.5 years for them too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think it's a good time to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a review for us. We're still working on getting on Apple Podcast, but like I said, you can find us on Podbean and Spotify, and we are KicksattheCastle, and you can follow us on Instagram at that. Don't forget to tag us and use the hashtag KicksattheCastle. And my name's John. You can find me on Instagram at Weekends with Walt. Irv, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Main Street Dad, and also with the Kicks at the Castle. I've been seeing some of y'all, and y'all have nice shoes on. So if you don't tag, I'm gonna tag you, because if you on property and you got on some fire kicks, if you see somebody put Kicks at the Castle on your picture, it was me, because I want everybody to see your shoes, bro.
There you go. I like it. All right, Matt, tell the people how they can hit you up.
Follow me at the Disney Hypebeast, or if you need some shoes at TDHB Shop. Hit me up. Give me a follow.
Pete. We will talk to you guys all next week. Thank you.